Hi. I was going to talk tonight about, or I am going to talk tonight about exercise. Exercise is obviously something that is important for our health, being active, sweating, getting your lymph system pumping and cleaning itself out. But if you're coming from a background with an eating disorder, specifically restrictive, maybe not even specifically, but just that's what I'm coming from. It can be a bit more complicated. Basically, when I was sick, when I was restricting, from about the time I was 14 to about a year and a half ago about, exercise was something that I had to do, and if I didn't, I felt like a crazy person. It was compulsive, and I did it even if it didn't sound appealing, and there were a million other things that I needed to do. I would literally get home, like when I was in college, I remember getting home from an all-day required field trip for one of my classes at 9 o'clock at night or something, and going to work out because I just felt like there was no way I could possibly focus on anything if I didn't work out first. And I did that a lot with different situations where maybe I wanted to hang out with friends or get homework done or something, and I just couldn't do it unless I had worked out. I just mentally couldn't handle it. So then, a year and a half ago, when I started eating enough and started truly being in recovery or being recovered, that changed, as many things do during recovery. I stopped feeling that way. I no longer felt like I needed to exercise, which was an incredibly liberating feeling. And so I kept exercising some because it just, makes me feel good, and I know it's good for me, and it also helps with my digestion, which is the main problem that I've had as a result of my eating disorder. So I kept exercising for a while, but about 9-ish months in, or maybe a bit more, I kind of wasn't doing it quite as often, and then basically the last couple months I really didn't exercise really at all, other than taking my dog for a walk or going for a hike with my mom or a friend or something. And again, it was a liberating thing to do, to just feel okay not exercising for just a day, staying at home and being relaxed, or just being able to do other things and not have that be this huge chunk of your day that you feel is absolutely has to be designated to this activity. Or trying to structure everything else around being able to work out. And it was just this big stressor for me for so many years, but also something that I absolutely had to do. And part of the reason that I absolutely had to do it was not only because I was freaking out about calories and everything like that, but also because or at least this is what I'm guessing, based on basic physiology and everything, that when you're under eating and you're still burning a lot more calories than you're taking in, you start to run off of adrenaline eventually, or same goes for when you're not sleeping enough, and etc. But so I was basically running off adrenaline for a while, and so much of that was going through my bloodstream that I was kind of just constantly amped. And when I didn't exercise, it actually literally felt I actually literally felt antsy or had like my skin was crawling or something, and it's just awful. So once I was eating enough, I didn't have that same chemistry going on in my body, and made it a lot better, and I didn't feel that way anymore. So it was great. So I kind of took a break from exercise for a while, and you know, it was nice. It was like definitely felt right. It didn't, like, even when I did exercise, it didn't feel like this amazing thing. It really felt like my body was like, no, I'm gonna take a little break. So that was good, and I'm really glad I did that. But recently, I have been exercising again. Like, I feel like I've finally gotten to that point where it's like appealing again, and it's enjoyable, and you know, it really feels like I'm doing it for the right reasons, or you know, whatever. It just feels good. It feels like constructive and healthy and good. So I've been exercising consistently for maybe like the last couple of weeks, and it really does. It just like feels good. It just feels really good. Like, now I remember why exercise is awesome again. Sweating and being sore and, you know, all those things. It's just great. I love it. But I think that if you have had a long period, if you're like in recovery and you've come from a long period of under eating or over exercising, or just being compulsive surrounding your body in general, if your body needs a break, then let it have a break. And don't feel like you are not like following one of the like tenets of like healthy living because you're honoring that need for your body to have a break, because that's important. You know, we have to like give ourselves the time to like balance out and get back to normal, to where taking care of ourselves actually looks like this balanced, well-rounded out daily or regular regimen. And for a while that may not include exercise, and it may include more time doing certain things and less time doing other things. And I think that that's important to honor, basically. Just honor like what your body is telling you. But also on the flip side of that, I felt like the last month or so, maybe like the few, like couple weeks leading up to when I did start exercising again, that I'd started kind of to, because for so long exercise just didn't feel that great and I really just felt like I needed rest, I kind of started to doubt myself a bit and feel like like I wasn't believing in myself anymore, basically, or like I was really underestimating myself, or believing that like I was just weak and damaged and couldn't be physically active anymore because I had like done so much damage to myself. But that's not the case. Like once my body had enough rest time, I was able to start exercising again, and it felt good, and it feels good now. And you know, that's all. I mean, that to me, I guess, means that I've reached some next, you know, mile marker of healing and you know, getting better. And so don't over-exercise, or don't feel like you need to keep exercising when your body is telling you that like you're ready for a break. But also don't underestimate, oh my goodness, don't underestimate yourself either and feel like you can't do it anymore. Like you will get better, and you will start feeling better, and you will eventually feel like your old self and be able to exercise again. I mean, not your old self, because we don't want to go back to that, but you know, you'll get back into it, and don't stress out about it. It'll happen. But do push yourself, you know, once you're ready, because then you'll feel good again. I mean, pushing yourself is what got you into recovery, you know? Like, you had to push for that, too. So, you know, just give and take and balance. all that stuff that we all know and try really hard to apply to our lives. This has become a way too long a video, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, honor your rest time and your body's need to like balance itself out, but then once you've had enough rest, like, get back out there and start, rocking it again. Okay. That's it. Have a nice night. Bye.